Hearsay from 2,000 years ago from some men that claim that he rose from the dead is about as valid as a children's storybook about, elephants that could fly. Why do you base, your belief on scripture,
All right. Sir, do you believe Alexander the Great existed?
Yes.
Did you ever see him?
No.
Did you ever talk to him?
I don't disbelieve Jesus' existence. I disbelieve the, acts that are attributed to Jesus.
All right. Well, Alexander the Great lived about 323 BC. The first writings that we have about Alexander the Great are by Plutarch, 400 years after Alexander the Great's life. No reputable historian denies that Alexander the Great really lived, even though the first writing about him is 400 years after the fact. Now, the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are all written in the first century, 20 to 60 years after Christ lived, taught, died, and rose from the dead. Those Gospels, if you read them, they're not children's stories. The literary style is not fairy tale, it's historical narrative.
That's right.
So, you read them, and it's very clear that he died. A Roman soldier took a spear and jammed it in the side, and we read that a watery serum separate from clotted blood flowed from the side of Christ. He didn't just lapse into unconsciousness, the dude was dead. They take his body off the cross, they put it in a tomb, wrap it in 100 to 120 pounds of burial ointment and white linen, roll a stone in front of the tomb, set a Roman guard to make sure there's no grave robbers doing any hanky-panky, and his followers all are tucking tail and running. They're scared spitless. 3 days after he dies, the record shows, he appeared risen from the dead to women. Women! Sexism is bad today. It was even worse back then. If you wanted to foist a fable on society that a dead Christ had risen from the dead, you wouldn't put a woman as your first eyewitness. That was not the way to gain credibility in that highly sexist, chauvinistic society. But that's who Christ first appeared risen from the dead to. Then he went looking for Peter, the dude who denied him 3 times, knowing him. And he appeared to Peter. Peter was willing to die, not for a belief. He died for what he claimed to have seen, the dead Christ risen from the dead. Hundreds of people who saw Christ died at the hands of the Romans, claiming, we saw Jesus risen from the dead, he is Lord, and they died for it.